Well, there's nothing more popular on the left than calling other people racist, but sometimes that's hard. How do you accuse someone of being racist against his own race? Well, you accuse them of colorism instead. We're not making that up. Actor Will Smith was just cast in the movie King Richard as Richard Williams, father of tennis legends Venus and Serena Williams. But social media critics are melting down. They claim that Will Smith is too light-skinned for that role. Danielle Greenbaum is senior contributor at The Federalist and a columnist at The Spectator USA, and she joins us tonight. So, Danielle, this argument that people's moral value can be discerned by the color of their skin, wasn't that the core argument of the segregationists in the American South?
It was, and actually, you know, Tucker, you and I discussed this summer with the Scarlett Johansson controversy. We're seeing over and over again that the activist mob is deciding that whether you get to play a role in a movie has nothing to do with your skill, but is rather just about what you look like.
But, I mean, I've got a bunch of kids. I went to school in this country myself. From the first grade all the way through college, you are taught correctly that one of the great sins in American history was Jim Crow, which was a very elaborate system based on exactly this precept. Your value corresponds to your skin color.
Right.
How can the people who claim to be against Jim Crow make this case?
They can't, or they shouldn't, but they're trying to. And it's a total slap in the face to anyone who's fought for equality and who's fought to have a society in which we don't judge people on the color of their skin.
So to get to the specifics of this case, they're saying that Will Smith is not black enough, or I hate even to say it, it's so disgusting, but that he's somehow the wrong color. How is he responding to this?
You know, that's exactly what they're saying, as if they've brought, you know, a tape color up to his skin and are saying, you're one too many shades too far removed from what the person you're supposed to portray is actually looks like. And so far, I think he's kind of seems to be standing his ground. I hope he doesn't follow the path that has been set out before him by other actors who have cowed to the mob and said, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I've clearly crossed a line. I've clearly done something that polite society doesn't do. I think he brings a lot to any role. I think he's a great actor, and I think he's one that brings audiences, and that's probably part of why he was chosen. So I think it'll be a real shame if he kind of gives in to the pressure that he's currently facing.
Has anybody stood up and said, wait, this is insane, we've become what we said we hated, we're the problem? Has anyone sort of turned the lens inward and admitted the rot at the very core of the modern left on the question of race?
I would be so pleased to see that. I haven't seen that piece, certainly not out of the left. And it's exactly what you just said. It's the modern left. The historical left would be so disturbed by this argument. They would be aghast that we're once again totally judging people and putting them into boxes based on not just now the color of their skin, but the precise shade of their skin. But unfortunately, the left of today is one that actually loves to judge people based on their identity.
Yeah, and you know that because they're the ones calling other people racist. Will Smith is the wrong color. You shouldn't have a job. You're a racist. Like, self-awareness is in short supply. Danielle, thank you. You were great. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.